Hey there, how are you doing? Welcome. I am so happy you're here today. Let me ask you a question. When someone at work or school asks you, hey, how was your week? What do you say? Does your mind just go completely blank? Do you say, good, you, and then quickly walk away? If you do, trust me, you are not alone. This is one of the most common questions in English. But it can feel so hard to answer, right? You want to say more than just fine or good, but you don't want to tell them your entire life story either. It's tricky. Well, guess what? Today we are going to fix that. We're going to learn some super simple, super natural phrases to talk about your week in English. By the end of this video, you're going to feel so much more confident. You'll be able to have a short, friendly conversation about your week without any stress or awkwardness. Doesn't that sound amazing? It's going to be fun, it's going to be easy, and you're going to learn so much. Are you ready? Let's do this. You know, this whole topic reminds me of a time when I really struggled with this exact same thing. It was actually pretty embarrassing, but it taught me a huge lesson. Let me tell you what happened. So, a few years ago, I started a new job in a new city. I didn't know anyone, and I was really trying my best to be friendly and make connections with my new colleagues. The problem was, I was so nervous about speaking English perfectly that I kept my conversations super short. Every Monday morning, my manager, a really nice guy named David, would walk by my desk and say, "Morning, how was your weekend?" And every single time, I would panic and just say, "It was good, thanks. How was yours?" And then immediately look back at my computer screen. It was so boring, I felt like a robot. I could feel a wall between me and my colleagues, and I knew I was the one building it. One day, a really friendly colleague named Sarah came over to ask me a question. As she was leaving, she smiled and asked, "So, anything fun this weekend?" This time, I decided to be brave. I thought, okay, I'm going to share more. But I went too far. I started telling her everything. Well, on Saturday, I woke up at 8 a.m., and then I made coffee, and I watched some TV, and then I decided to clean my bathroom. I'm not kidding. I must have talked for 5 minutes about the most boring details you can imagine. I could literally see her eyes glazing over. She was polite, but I could tell she was looking for a way to escape. I was so embarrassed. My face turned red, and for the rest of the day I just wanted to hide. I felt like I had only two options: be boring and distant, or be awkward and overshare. There was no in between. A few days later, Sarah must have sensed how I felt, because she came over to my desk. She said, "You know, it's really great that you're opening up. Don't ever worry about that." And then she gave me the best advice ever. She said, "You don't need to give a full report of your weekend. Just share one feeling or one highlight. That's it. The point isn't the information. The point is the connection." It was like a light bulb went off in my head. The next Monday, when my boss David asked about my weekend, I took a deep breath. I smiled and said, "It was so relaxing, thank you. I'm looking forward to a productive week." "How about you?" He didn't just nod. He stopped and said, "Oh, that's great to hear." My weekend was crazy. My kids had a soccer tournament, and we had a real 2-minute conversation. It was a breakthrough. I learned that day that small talk isn't a test. It's just about sharing a little piece of yourself to build a bridge to another person. And it all started by learning how to give a simple, honest, and short answer. That whole experience was such a game changer for me. It proved that you don't need perfect grammar or a huge vocabulary to connect with people. You just need the right phrases. So now, I want to share 3 of the most useful, easy-to-use phrases that will help you talk about your week like a pro. Let's break them down. First up is a fantastic phrase you can use when you've had a busy or difficult week. Instead of just saying, "I'm tired," you can say, "It's been a long week." This phrase is perfect because it communicates that you've worked hard and are ready for a break. It's something native speakers say all the time on a Friday afternoon. It's relatable and honest. Phew, I'm so glad it's Friday. It's been a long week. You got this. Now, let's have you say it. Imagine you're finally closing your laptop after 5 busy days. Ready? Say it with me. Okay, phrase number 2 is, "I'm looking forward to." This one is golden. It's how you talk about your plans for the weekend or the evening. It doesn't have to be a big, exciting plan. You can be looking forward to something simple, like sleeping or reading a book. This phrase shifts the conversation from the past to the future, and it makes you sound more positive and interesting. It was a good week. I'm looking forward to just relaxing this weekend. Awesome job. Now it's your turn to practice. Think about something you want to do this weekend, and let's say the sentence together. And finally, phrase number 3. This might be the most important one of all. It's, "How about you?" So simple, right? But it's magic. After you share something about your week, asking, "How about you?" immediately turns a monologue into a dialogue. It shows the other person that you're not just talking about yourself, you're interested in them too. It's the key to real conversation. I'm looking forward to visiting my parents. How about you? Okay, for this final one, I want you to say it like you really mean it. Sound curious and friendly. Give it a try. Okay, great job. You've learned the 3 key phrases. See? I told you it would be easy. Now are you ready to test your knowledge? Let's do a quick friendly quiz to see what you've learned. Don't worry, there's no pressure. Look at the screen. Which sentence is the most natural and friendly? I'll give you a few seconds. Your colleague asks, "How was your week?" You had a very busy and tiring week. What's the most natural way to respond and continue the conversation? Option A, "My week was long." Option B, "It's been a long week. I'm looking forward to sleeping in. How about you?" Option C, "I worked many hours this week and I feel exhausted now." And the answer is B. Absolutely. B is perfect. It uses "It's been a long week." It shares a simple plan with "I'm looking forward to." And it keeps the conversation going with "How about you?" You are a star. C is grammatically okay, but it sounds a little too direct and negative. A is not quite right. The correct idiom is, "It's been a long week. You are doing so well." See? You know your stuff. Now let's put it all together. The best way to learn is by listening. So we're going to listen to a short, realistic conversation between 2 colleagues, Alex and Melissa. They're chatting on a Friday afternoon. Let's see if you can spot our key phrases.
Hey, Melissa. Thank goodness it's Friday.
You can say that again, Alex. It's been a long week. I finally submitted that big project this morning.
Oh, nice. Congratulations. You must be relieved.
Totally. I'm exhausted, but I'm glad it's done. Honestly, I'm looking forward to just sitting on my couch and not thinking for 2 days straight.
Haha, I know that feeling. A weekend with zero plans sounds like heaven right now.
It really does. How about you? Are you doing anything more exciting?
Well, tomorrow night my friend's band is playing a show at a little place downtown. I'm looking forward to that. It's always a good time.
Oh, that sounds really fun. A live show is a great way to unwind.
Exactly. Especially after it's been a long week, you know? Good music and good friends are the perfect cure.
I completely agree. We'll have a fantastic time at the show. I'm heading out now.
Thanks. You too. Enjoy your relaxing weekend.
Will do. See you Monday. Great. Did you hear them? They used all our phrases. It's been a long week I'm looking forward to. And how about you? Now, let's listen to that exact same conversation again, but this time much slower. This is your chance to really hear the pronunciation of every word.
Hey, Melissa. Thank goodness it's Friday.
You can say that again, Alex. It's been a long week. I finally submitted that big project this morning.
Oh, nice. Congratulations. You must be relieved.
Totally. I'm exhausted, but I'm glad it's done. Honestly, I'm looking forward to just sitting on my couch and not thinking for 2 days straight.
Haha, I know that feeling. A weekend with zero plans sounds like heaven right now.
It really does. How about you? Are you doing anything more exciting?
Well, tomorrow night my friend's band is playing a show at a little place downtown. I'm looking forward to that. It's always a good time.
Oh, that sounds really fun. A live show is a great way to unwind.
Exactly. Especially after it's been a long week, you know? Good music and good friends are the perfect cure.
I completely agree. We'll have a fantastic time at the show. I'm heading out now.
Thanks, you too. Enjoy your relaxing weekend.
Will do. See you Monday. It's amazing how a few simple phrases can make a conversation sound so natural and friendly, isn't it? Okay, before we finish, let's do a super quick recap of the 3 phrases you learned today. Let's lock them in your memory. First, when you're feeling tired from a busy week, you can say, "It's been a long week." Second, when you want to share your plans, no matter how small, you can say, "I'm looking forward to." And third, to be a great conversation partner and show you're interested, always ask back, "How about you?" Perfect. You now have the tools. But to really master them, you have to use them. So it's time for your homework mission for this week. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to use one of these phrases this week. You can try it with a colleague, a friend, a teacher, or you can practice right now in the comments below. Write a sentence about your week using one of our phrases. For example, "It's been a long week, and I'm looking forward to the weekend." I promise I will read as many of your comments as I can. Go on, give it a try. I am so excited to see your sentences in the comments. You're going to do great. And that's a wrap. You made it to the end of the lesson, and I am so, so proud of you. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Remember, every time you practice, you get a little bit better and a little more confident. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next lesson. It really helps the channel so much. Keep practicing, stay positive, and remember that you are doing an amazing job. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye for now.